All right. I believe our sports network. Such a time as this. It's actually Super Bowl Sunday, the last of the football from the 2025 season leading into 2026. We're doing this on Sunday. We usually do it on Saturday at 11 o'clock. Had a little situation arise where I had to go to the emergency room Saturday night. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was in the emergency room all night, had an inflamed esophagus, and I've been referred to a gastrologist. See what's going on there. So it was inflamed. It got so bad, I had to be taken to the hospital, and that's why we didn't have it yesterday. I feel a lot better today. Got a little bit of rest finally. We got a lot to talk about. I want to thank Sweetwater Electric there in Seneca over 1802 Clemson Boulevard. Call him for all your residential electric needs. Also, Vapor Nation coming back for the fourth straight year. We've done 4 shows over there. We usually, just about every year, we do opening game. We did opening game over there last year. Plan on doing it again this year. They've been a great sponsor for us. We'd like to thank all our sponsors that come out and watch us. That support us. Y'all make this possible. And, here we are going into one of my favorite, besides the opening college football season, it's probably my second favorite time of the year. It is getting close to March Madness, and what a story we got going on with Clemson. One of the best teams. I continue to say, I believe this is the best team Clemson has ever had. And I've said it last night. I believe we've got the best defense in the nation. If you look at it, we got the best defense in the ACC and can stack up to anybody. But if you look at it, I know defense isn't sexy, but we are playing lights out on defense. We're blocking shots. We're getting rebounds. We're getting turnovers. We're putting a lot of pressure on them, making them nervous, making them rush shots. But last night, I tell you, we're coming off the West Coast, and we got 2 wins on the West Coast. And not against bad teams. California and Stanford are really solid basketball teams. Stanford game went down to the wire, 2 points. Clemson was actually trailing that game late by 3 points, with under 10 minutes to go. I'll tell you, last night was probably the perfect game. And to be out there in California for a week, they're out there, go into to Berkeley, to California, and to come out with not just a win, but a convincing win. Played lights out defense. The offense was building momentum. I can't talk. It's building momentum. We were hitting 3-pointers. We were making our shots. We were making our free throws. And that was probably the best all-around game I've seen Clemson play. And like I've said in a lot of the podcasts, a lot of the shows we've done, there are no really big – there's not a Michael Jordan. There's not a LeBron James. There's not a whoever. There's basically a team that's real solid, that's real deep on offense. There's no stars. Everybody's contributing. We had 2 players with 13 points. We had 4 players with 6 points. Everybody's just kind of evenly contributing. Nobody's hogging the ball, taking all the shots. And, and that's the recipe for success. You got everybody clicking on all cylinders. You got a defense playing lights out defense. And you got an offense where everybody's equally contributing. And then, like I said, there are no big stars. Every once in a while, some guy get like 20 points. But evenly across the boards, unlike a lot of teams, I was actually talking to Tam last night. It's good to have a team that's more solid like this than having a star like Michael Jordan or Zion Williamson or whoever. Because what if that guy gets hurt? Or what if that guy has a bad game? Or what if that guy fouls out? Everybody's kind of equally contributing. They're passing their ball around. They're not being hoggish with the ball. They're taking the good shots, and they're making their shots. And we're looking really good. 4th season in a row. Shout out to Brad Barnell. About 3.5 years ago, everybody wanted him fired. We went on that Elite 8 run. And here we are for the 4th in a row, 20-win season. And, we got 7 games left. And I don't know if y'all saw that big old Duke versus UNC game. And I'll tell you what, man, Clemson making basketball great again. When you think about basketball, the best rivalry, even though I'm a Clemson fan, you got to admit, it's the Duke-UNC rivalry. Solid, a lot of history there with Duke-UNC. Did actually see the game. I saw the replay and the highlights afterwards. UNC was trailing the whole game. They're actually down by about 20 points around halftime. We're trailing the whole game, hit a 3-point at the buzzer to take Duke down. Well, how is that significant? Well, that puts Clemson tied with Duke. Big Bad Duke is tied with Clemson right now as ACC tied for first place. Okay, what does that mean? We got Virginia Tech and Little John Wednesday night. Feel pretty confident about that game. And then we got the big daddy of all the big daddy, Big Bad Duke. We're going to Cameron Stadium up there in Durham, North Carolina, playing at Duke. It's going to be a noon game. It's going to be epic. We beat them last year, Little John. I believe this team is better than last year's team. This is what we live for. March Madness is basketball, getting down the wire. We can take down the Big Daddy. North Carolina did it. And I'm saying there's a chance. I'm saying there's a good chance. There's a good chance we win out. I mean, sometimes I'm a little Pollyanna, a little over optimistic, but I'd rather be that than negative into it. I think we got a chance to beat Duke. I think we have a chance to make a good run in the big dance. We pretty much solidified our position already. I don't see any way we won't get in unless we. But anyways, we got Clemson. We always talk about it. We're over. We used to be underrespected in football. We were over-respected last year in football. We didn't produce the results. Came in ranked number 4. Didn't even finish in the top 25. They still got Clemson number 20. I expect us to move up in the polls, way up in the polls. Tomorrow they actually do the poll ratings. But you got to look at the ACC. It's tough. You got Virginia at 18, Clemson at 20. You got UNC was 14, and Duke was 4. Those would change because UNC beat Duke. Won't change a lot. Those 4 teams I know are solid players in the ACC. And you got you got another team. I can't think of it right now. It's right on the fringes at 22 in the ACC. So you got a lot of ACC teams. They got a lot of solid basketball. You can say what you want to about the SEC and the ACC when it comes to football, but nobody can really doubt the fact that over the years in the history of the ACC and basketball, it is a basketball conference. And we've had a lot of national championships there. It's time for Clemson to step up and make basketball great again. Let's go. Let's put Clemson on the map. I want to know, I've been saying for years, I love that we've been known as a football team, as a football college. For once, I'd like to be known as a basketball college. Went to the Duke game last year, and it was a night game, and got down to College Avenue, 2 o'clock, went around shopping, 8, right before the game, about 5 hours before the game. And one thing I noticed, and I've been to Raleigh, I don't know how many times, in Durham area. Raleigh-Durham's kind of the same area. That is not a hop, skip, and a jump. And there were just as many Duke fans as there were Clemson fans at that Duke game last year, which tells you a lot. They love their basketball. They're serious about their basketball. UNC and Duke, I would say, more serious about their basketball than they are about football. Well, maybe it's because they had more success in basketball and football. But it's good to see Clemson coming up. The new guy, the new kid on the block. Never really been there. And like Dad always said, a great defense wins championships, and a great offense wins games. I think we got a great defense. They're playing scared. We're disrupting their offense. I know a lot of people look at defense in basketball. You're all looking at the 3-point shot, the sexy dunk, and all that stuff. But basketball, if you can hold them under so many points, I think I was looking at a couple of weeks ago. We're holding teams under 57 points a game, and you hold people under 57 points a game, you're going to win a lot of games. So great defense, an offense that's equally spread out, no superstars, everybody kind of contributing, passing the ball around. This is just as important sometimes as actually the guy that makes the score. You can ask Grayson Mark for that. He still leads the ACC, the nation, in assists. He's been on a couple of our podcasts. Great guy. Check out his podcast. All right, we're 208 days, 8 hours, and 38 minutes away from college football kickoff. We've got a lot going on in the offseason. We had 9 transfer in NIL portals on defense. We got 1 on offense. We all know the story of Golding out of Ole Miss and everything going on there with the NCAA and Dabo being the poster boy coming out and talking about, what was going on with that. And I just think it was divinely inspired that Dabo would happen to Clemson. It's not something we wanted to happen, but it couldn't happen to a better guy than Dabo, because nobody I know can articulate, have words in the way he puts that out there as far as fighting for college football, what's happened with college football, where it is now, where it needed to be. Dabo was the man to have that happen to. We didn't want that to be the poster child of speaking of college football and what's going on today in college football. And we're going to see what comes out of that. They've had some other stuff going on there as far as Ole Miss. But Ole Miss is just not has not had their hands clean lately. And I was talking on the podcast the other night. It used to be you went out and bought a guy. Hey, money's. When you talk about the NCAA and violations back in the day, it always came down to money. It always had something to do with a financial transaction. I remember Danny Ford took a guy out to bought him a biscuit at Bojangles and tried to say something about that. And then you had people like at the SMU and the when all that stuff was going on with Dickerson, the running back, and he signs, he's going all over here, and all of a sudden he signs at SMU, and there's a brand new Trans Am out there. I mean, the stuff's been going on. It's whether you got caught or not. But every time back in the day, when NCAA came on the scene, 9 out of 10 times it has something to do with money chasing. Now it's legal. Now they said it's okay to pay the players. So what is the NCAA doing? What do they actually do these days? I think they need to be more the grandfather, the daddy that looks over the NIL porter and keeps that stuff in check. And I think that's kind of the role they're playing. So anyhow, 2 West Coast wins over Stanford in California. Not easy teams, guys. Not easy teams at all. That Stanford game could have gone either way, but we found a way to win it. So we got 4 in a row. Best defense in the nation. We got Virginia Tech, then Duke, top of the ACC. Just imagine. I think we'll take down Virginia Tech and Little John Wednesday night. But that Duke game is going to be a game. And I think we're going to be up for that game. We're definitely not going to have the home field advantage playing up Cameron. But just imagine, we can take down Big Duke on Saturday at noon. Such a time as this. We're going close to March Madness. We still got UNC to play. It could be interesting. So we'll see what the rankings say when they come out tomorrow. I think Clemson's going to jump up a good bit. What else is going on? Poppy's still doing it with the girls basketball team. I've always said behind every great coach, a great team's a great coach. Poppy, I mean, Clemson basketball a year and a half ago, 18 months ago, was on the fringes of a disaster, and he's changed that around. What does that go down to? Got a new coach. And I think, those girls relate well to him. Softball kicked off yesterday. We lost, but baseball will be kicking up here pretty soon around Valentine's Day. Interesting to see how that goes. So we have a lot of stuff ramping up in the next couple of weeks. So we've had a little bit of downtime. To be honest with you, Super Bowl Sunday, I could give a rat's about who wins today. I don't care. I don't like either team. I'm being honest with you. I think I'm kind of pulling for Seattle. I watch the Super Bowl because it's the Super Bowl. It's the biggest game of the year. It's one of the biggest sporting events of the year. Want to see the commercials, want to see all the pregame stuff. Not really going to any kind of Super Bowl party, do anything special, just kind of sit around the house and going to watch the games. It's the Super Bowl. But none of the teams that I wanted to be in there are in there. If you ask me what 2 teams at the beginning of the year would be 2 teams I didn't want to be playing in the Super Bowl, it'd probably be Seattle and the Patriots, because I'm not a fan of either team. So I probably want Seattle to win simply because of the fact the Patriots have got 6, 7 Super Bowls under the table. And it'd probably be a long, long time for Dallas again. So just wanted to chime in here real quick, touch base with y'all. Sorry I couldn't make it Saturday. I was literally up all night, didn't leave the emergency room. I was at 11:30 a.m. That's usually when I do the podcast on Saturdays. But anyways, join us every Tuesday night as me and Rowdy Tiger and Jake McDonald break it down like nobody else does. The most exciting, fastest growing sports network in the nation. 7:30 Tuesday nights. We break it down every Tuesday night. Join, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. It helps us out. It helps our sponsors out. And from time to time, we give away stuff. We gave away, for people that have subscribed to get on our podcast, we gave away several Clemson football tickets last year, several shirts and hoodies and other products. The main thing is we just want to share our Clemson experience, love and experience to everybody, and just spread the love, bring people together. I was thinking the other day about, somebody said something about sports. These guys are, they don't play the game, and it's this bodybuilder guy, talking about sports, and it's like, they don't play the game, and they're armchair quarterbacks, and this and that, and da-da-da-da-da. I beg to differ. I think sports is a great thing. Yeah, it is a sport. It's a game. It's kind of like the game of life. You prepare for life. You prepare for your degree. You prepare to go into the workforce. Prepare to become a mom or dad. Prepare yourself for the game, whether it's football, whether it's basketball, whether it's baseball. It's just like the game of life. It's all a game anyways when it's all said and done. You play the best you can. You put out the best effort. Sports brings people together, man. It's just more than just the game. It's the tailgating. It's the friendships you make. It's the long-time friendships, the partnerships you make. That's why I love sports. It's just a great, and it's good to kind of be taken away. It's good to, you got pressures of life on you. You got bills. You got relations. You got all this stuff going on, and you can go to a football game or a basketball game or a baseball game and just kind of get out of touch with reality for a while. Just enjoy the game, cheer for your team, win or lose. It just kind of gives you an outlet. And I think it's a great outlet. And everybody's played sports before, you know, it brings up great memories of, you know, growing up as a kid. Dad take me down, listen to Leonard Losers for the football game, and just looking back at all those times we played yard football, I just love sports. And I guess it's divinely inspired or God's grace or whatever it is that I was able to start a sports network and do this for a living. And I'm so blessed and honored to do that, and so freaking grateful. And we will always give this our best. I would have gone on yesterday, but I didn't get back out of the hospital about 11:30. And but as long as I'm not sick, dead, or 6 feet under, I'll show up alive and give it my best shot every day and get out of bed and give you all I got. Love what I do. Love the people that support us. This thing started as a Facebook group back in 2017, and we started as a product business in 2018. And then about 4 years ago, we started Sports Network, and we're fixing to launch the Ultimate Sports Network in March. So we thank you for all you subscribers. We thank all of our sponsors. We're growing, we're expanding. The new website for the other company should be complete in the next couple of weeks. We've already got where we're going to sign a contract with Hall of Fame Sports Bar and Grill. So anybody that's interested in becoming a sponsor and interested in all the stuff we're doing to market, you're interested in a live show, get in contact with me, 864-680-8789. Also, we have the spring game coming up. You go through that little lull, we have no football. It's free. It's time to get together. So people do a little bit of tailgating. Parking's free. It's not as bad as it is in the game. You get in and out. Enjoy the game. No pressure, because orange playing white. Who do you pull for? You don't pull for either one of them. You basically want to see the new players get out. You see the other players, how they play, how they're looking, how they're going to look for the upcoming season. You just hope nobody gets hurt. And it doesn't really matter who wins. You just get kind of a taste of what football is, you know, coming into April, going into the 2026 season. Also, we will, as we always do, we're so thankful for Bixby's on College Avenue. We'll be doing a post-game show. We've already got 2 sponsors that are going to be there. They're either going to be there or we'll go live and do a show for them. We look at one spot for one more. So anyways, join us down at Bixby's after the game. I can't give you an exact time, but the game's around 1 or so. I'm thinking around 4:30. As soon as they release that, people always ask me when the spring game is. 99% of the time, the spring game is the first Saturday of April, which is not that far off. But it's good after you've had some downtime and no football, and you just you got that urge and you got that Jones for football, and you don't have any, and all of a sudden you're able to go to that game. Kind of breaks it up and kind of gives you that feeling before you actually start the regular season. Anyways, 208 days out, 8 hours, 38 minutes, 38 seconds. Join us live every Tuesday night at 7:30. Like I said, I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to keep it not too long here on a Sunday. So join us live every 7:30 Tuesday night for a podcast. Also, join us for a spring game. Also, follow our website, our articles, subscribe to our newsletter, join the I Bleed Orange Club. You'll get a newsletter out every month about what's going on with the company and what's going on with Clemson Sports. And a shout out to all our sponsors. I'm usually not at a loss of words, but just kind of want to jump on and say hello and thank you. Thank you very much. And all God's children said, go Tigers. Until next week,